Admittedly, over the years Herpa Wings has produced quite a lot Turkish Airlines Scale 500 aircraft models, but they are by no means the only ones who can do that. Here we have a Sky 500 model. Can it live up to what Herpa produces, or is it perhaps even better? We'll find out after the drop. And with that, hello and welcome to a new episode of Review, where we today will take a closer look at an Airbus A330-300 of Turkish Airlines. At the front of the box we have a cutout so we can get a glimpse of the aircraft model inside, and underneath that we have the Turkish Airlines branding. The backside of the box, well, that is the typical Sky 500 box design. It doesn't offer us much other than the Sky 500 logo, so let's not waste more time with that and go straight to the aircraft model itself. And here she is, the Airbus A330-300 in the current standard livery of Turkish Airlines from Sky 500. The aircraft model was created by Sky 500 back in 2014, so it's definitely not a new kid on the block, but it does still have quite a few things to offer, and those we of course want to take a closer look at today. As always, we start our tour around the aircraft model with a look at the tail section, and here we find on the vertical stabilizer the Turkish Airlines branding. On the fuselage we then find a depiction of a Turkish tulip. We also have the aircraft type specification and the full registration code of the aircraft, as well as some detailing around the APU exhaust towards the very tail of the aircraft. At the front of the aircraft and across the fuselage we then find the writing of Turkish Airlines. Next to that we have the Turkish flag, and then we also find a Star Alliance logo, of which the airline is a full member, and underneath that we have the name of the aircraft. The cockpit section itself, well, offers us the cockpit windows with the window wipers, but that's all we get here for printed details. The engine nacelles have been kept in all white, just as most of the fuselage, and do have the silver leading edge printed on, but also here we are looking far and wide for any additional printed details. The physical detailing, however, I think is quite alright on these engines from Sky 500, especially here when we look into the front, where we very nicely can see the engine fan blades. Moving on from the engines, we can also take a quick look at the wings, starting off with the top side, where we can see the different flap slats and spoilers have been carved out rather nicely. We have some different shades of grey for additional detailing, and we can also see the full registration code of the aircraft has been printed on as well. That we also find on the underside of the wings, alongside some nice physical detailing. The wings of course also have winglets, and here Sky 500 has done also a rather nice job, not just with the physical detailing but also with adding the Turkish Airlines branding in the print. The landing gear itself, that is the standard landing gear that Sky 500 uses for all their Airbus A330 aircraft models, and that's a very nice thing because it does look rather nice, especially the front landing gear, where we even have some printed details. Very nice. And then last but not least, we do also have the doors to the cargo compartments printed on here at the back of the aircraft and here at the front of the aircraft. So there we have it, the Airbus A330-300 in the current standard livery of Turkish Airlines from Sky 500 in Scale 500, and what can we say about this aircraft model? Overall, it is a fairly decent aircraft model from Sky 500. Yes, it does not set itself much apart from its competitors, but at least Sky 500 added some printed details to the front landing gear. And overall, the print quality is actually very nice. The only thing I'm actually not that happy about with this aircraft model is the placement of the cabin windows. In my opinion, they have been placed far too high on the fuselage, but this issue I am talking about in much more detail in a versus video where I'm comparing this aircraft model with a comparable Herpa Wings Airbus A330, also in the Turkish Airlines livery. If you are interested in that, do feel free to check it out. It should pop up in the top right corner right now, and I will also leave a link to the video in the video description below. Overall, and despite the model being from 2014, I would still have wished for just a few more details, but it is a decent alternative to the Herpa Wings model. And with that, we have reached the end of today's episode. If you have enjoyed this video, then don't forget to leave a like. That would be very much appreciated, and of course, if you are new around here, why not hit subscribe? That would be absolutely awesome. With that, I'd like to say thank you very much for watching. Hope to see you soon again. I'm checking out, and bye.